What's up, guys? Bounty on here, and it's been a minute, I know, but now we're finally here to do the Spider-Man Brand New Day review. I know why y'all thinking. Why did you take so much time for you to actually get this shit off? I'm gonna explain. But before we do that real quick, get strapped in, get locked in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into this. Now, for the past week or two, I've actually been extremely ill. Like, for new viewers, you're probably not going to want to hear this, but if you want to skip straight to the Spider-Man content, the timestamp is right in the video description. And for the people that really want to know, because a lot of you have been asking me what's going on, what happened to you, I was sick to the point of death. I'm not even kidding you. I ain't going to hold you. I was terribly ill, and that's the reason why I have not been pumping out enough videos. I have not been on streams. I shout out to Trace Halpern. That's my #1 live action Wolverine. Y'all go check him out, because Trace Halpern, just type Trace Halpern. I'm gonna put it right there. As you see me type it on the screen. Then Doctor, I feel you. Doctor was really always checking out on me. I really appreciate you. And every other person that checked on me on Discord, people that got my WhatsApp, people that got me personally in contact. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. I'm better now, and I promise to be, uploading better videos and be more consistent. What's that guy doing there? All right, let's just get straight into the Spider-Man Brand New Day without being awkward. Okay, now Spider-Man Brand New Day. Was it a good movie? Yes, it was a good movie. Now, some of you might not take to that and say yes. Some might say no. But honestly, I promise you, Spider-Man Brand New Day was a good movie. Now, was it an amazing movie? I'm not going to say that. Let me just first say this, so everybody knows where I stand and how I feel. All right? Now, there's been so many bad movies, so many terrible superhero movies over the last 5 years. Dog shit, absolute dog shit superhero movies. When you get something that's remotely good, it's amazing. And that's the reason why Spider-Man Brand New Day is the best movie in 2026. I mean, not the best movie, 100%, but the best superhero movie in 2026 is Spider-Man Brand New Day so far. And that is the reason why. You see, the term superhero fatigue, it exists, but it does not define everything. I'll explain why. But before I do that, I'm going to rate the whole Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, I came up with a point system to use when I'm rating movies. And that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward with any movie reviews that I'll be doing. Now, I am going to be I'm going to be doing based on a point system and jotting down, knowing every single thing that happened in a movie that is relevant. And I'll use all these relevant points to give an overall score to the movie. All right, guys? I mean, that is fair, right? All right, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, strap in, my fellow gentlemen and women. This might take a while. Now, first point, good start. The start of the movie was pretty good. The female police sidekick, not a problem, in my opinion, because, she's just there. I mean, Batman has Jim Gordon, right? So it's not really a big deal. It's not 100% what we should be expecting to see of Peter Parker, Spider-Man, but there's not really wrong there. It's villains, Scorpion and Hammerhead. Pretty cool. I love what I saw about Hammerhead. Was that Tombstone? I think that looked like Tombstone. At the same time, it looked like Hammerhead. I'm not really sure. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong or if I'm right. Scorpion and Hammerhead look pretty cool. The tank scene, there was this tank, this armored tank. I mean, I'm not really gonna call it an armored tank. You know, these SWAT tanks that got mountain guns with a lot of people inside. Yeah, they try to like. I saw that. I caught it. They really try to recreate the whole Tobey Maguire Spider-Man scene where he stops the train with his webs. But Tom Holland Spider-Man just kind of pretty much failed at stopping the tank the way Toby would have stopped that tank. But I saw what they tried to do there, and it was pretty cool. That beginning scene, they included Frank Castle for no goddamn reason. I didn't really feel that. Like, what was the whole point of Frank Castle being there just to be a main? He just gets his mouth webbed up by little boy Peter Parker and that tells him, "Go home, Frank." Like, nah, I wasn't feeling that. That if that entire scene did not exist in the movie, it would not impact the movie in any negative way, and it did not impact the movie in any positive way either. Let's be honest. Now, the next scene, Yelena. Now, in this part, she sounded like she's more important than Spider-Man. Let's be honest, guys. My comic book fans, my movie buffs, my video game players. Who the fuck is Yelena? Who knows? Like, who is she? In the grand scheme of things. Okay, Thunderbolts, right? Yeah, haha, the new Avengers. Bullshit. She's nobody. She's nothing. Look at the way she, like, little potato Steph. Take off your clothes. That shit was cringe as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Let's go. Let's, you know what? Moving on. Damage control. The moment first of all, the whole organization, damage control, I mean, concept's pretty okay. It's decent. But when Spider-Man gets to the damage control headquarters and he sees now this is a trope that I'm starting to get extremely tired of in Hollywood. I'm tired of this trope. Now he gets to the lobby, the metal detector scanner, and there's this midlife crisis looking woman that's barking orders at Spider-Man, telling, "Hey, take off your mask! Hey, take off your web shooting!" Like, what the fuck? That he's Spider-Man. What the fuck are you doing? And then there's all these able-bodied men strapped up with weapons to the teeth. And this same midlife crisis looking mom is barking orders at everybody, including Spider-Man. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Why you always trying to like play this kind of card and make it look like, yeah, like, come on, guys, come on. I did not like that scene. That scene looked cringe as hell. Why would someone like her command someone like them? In fact, talking down to Spider-Man the way she was. Like, she didn't know that he had an appointment with their CEO. I mean, director, managing director, whatever the fuck that dude was. But she knew. Then why was she barking at him like that? They just were trying to belittle the guy for no apparent reason. I guess at the end of the day, women are more important than men, right, Hollywood? Now, the next point. MJ and Peter met before. Like, if you guys remember, back in No Way Home, they met after Doctor Strange did the whole abracadabra and made everybody forget who Peter Parker was, right? And somehow she doesn't remember his name because he actually introduced himself at the end of that movie. But somehow she doesn't remember his name. How does that make any sense? Bad points. Another bad point. Like, I've given some good points now. If y'all noticed, I've given some good points now, and I'll give you some bad points. That was definitely bad points. Next. Now, when we reach the Aunt May flashback, I finally see what Hollywood been trying to do. Now, in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man and in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, anytime he has a flashback when he's having any crisis in his life, who does he remember first? He remembers Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben advising him that great power comes with great responsibility, right? But now I see the reason why they set up this Spider-Man without an Uncle Ben. Like, fine, the story actually talks about him having an uncle that died in a car accident years before he gained his Spider-Man abilities. They didn't even really touch on that. They just threw it out there and let the audience figure it out for themselves without any actual lore to boot, right? And now he's having a flashback because he's in a life crisis, and he's remembering Aunt May. And Aunt May is the one that's telling him, with great power comes great responsibility. Nice going, Hollywood. The nuclear family does not need a man in it. It only needs a woman and a child. Nice going. There's so many anti-human activities going on in that Hollywood. I don't know how you expect a family to flourish without the father, mother together with the kid. I don't know how y'all, I don't know why y'all always pushing this kind of narrative, but okay. Bad points for you. Bad points. Now, what's next? The next point is the organic web shooting disaster scene. Now, that is a good point. I love that. Pretty cool. Because the fact that they're even touching on this in this movie is a callback straight to the original Spider-Man movies by Tobey Maguire to let us know that Tobey Maguire was always the strongest Spider-Man all along. This little dude, this Tom Holland Spider-Man, is just getting his organic webbing. And now they're proving to us that organic webbing has always been better, more powerful, durable, and versatile than the web shooters. That was a good point. Now, next one. The Peter and Bruce conversation was amazing. The one where they talked in the university, that scene was cool. Good points. Good points for that. Now, the next part, yeah. The part where Jean Grey was threatening Peter and telling him that an old dude would get hit by a car, and the old dude got hit by a car. Uh, Guys, by no means, no matter how shocked, shell shocked, in awe or scared Spider-Man ever is or Peter ever is, there is no way that he would let an old man get rammed by a car right in front of him. Spider-Man that I know would immediately web up that dude or throw the car away and web up the car. One way or the other, that old man was not going to die at that scene. Letting that old man die in that scene made absolutely no sense at all. Bad points. Bad points. Now, next one. Jean Grey. As a character, I don't like what they did with that character. I am a mad, diehard X-Men fans. Comic book, video game, cartoons. Jesus, don't even get me started on the cartoons. The first set of superhero movies I started watching when I was a kid, and I'm talking about in the 90s, was X-Men 97. Wow, yeah, that same X-Men, the OG X-Men cartoons. I used to watch that shit every single afternoon growing up. Now, seeing what they're doing with Jean Grey, I'm really not impressed. Now, this point I'm gonna make here, like her ability in the beginning, they turned it from complete telepathy to possession. Like, come on, what are you guys trying to insinuate or trying to represent by bodily possession? I mean, telepaths can do that, but that's not all telepaths can do. Telepaths can read minds. They can read minds, memories. Like, we watched Legion. Like, come on, what is going on here? Why? Who is the director of this movie? Why is he doing this? He's trying to make a superhero movie character seem like a horror movie character. I really don't get that shit. Next. Movies these days like that. MJ just jumped straight into Peter. That's the next scene. And she's like, she remembers him. I'm like, what's going on here? How come she suddenly remembers him and psych? Nah, she didn't remember him. That was actually Jean Grey talking through Mary Jane's body. That shit was crazy right there, guys. I ain't gonna lie. Big hats off to the movie director for that one. This is an awesome point. In fact, it's one of the best scenes in this entire movie. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it made Peter almost lose his mind. He thought that Mary Jane somehow remembered who he was, gave him a kiss, only to find out that Jean Grey was just trolling him. That shit was crazy. It was crazy, guys. All right, so next point. Jean is being played. Now, some of you might not be happy with me saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway because I'm going to give you my thoughts, bottom of my heart. I don't like the fact that the Max from Stranger Things is the one playing Jean Grey. And the whole plot behind Jean Grey, I mean, um, VMAX? What is VMAX? Like that Sarah Gray? Come on, guys. Come on. What are we doing here? It's cool, okay, but it's not the best plot. They could have done better than that. They could have just gone with the original Jean Grey story. But okay. Okay. Bad points for you. Bad points. Now, they made telepathy look so weak and unconventional at first, but it was to bring out telekinesis. They were setting up telepathy to look limited for them to set up the stage for telekinesis as a part of Jean Grey's powers. I don't really get it. That she was seriously unnecessary. They could just told us that she could do telekinesis and telepathy because we all know it's fucking Jean Grey. Bad points. Bad points. Now, the hand. Holy moly. Baloney. The hand is amazing. I ain't gonna lie. The hand was amazing, guys. Hats off to the hand. This is the best live adaptation of the hand I have ever seen. Hats off for that. Now, Peter embracing his spider DNA is enough proof we need to know that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was the strongest live adaptation of Spider-Man. That is obvious as hell. And I'm surprised people still believe that, oh, Tom Spider-Man is stronger than Tobey's Spider-Man. Like, bro, this movie is literally explaining to us why Tobey's Spider-Man has always been the strongest. That is literally what Tom Spider-Man is going through right now. Tobey Spider-Man already had what he's just getting from the jump, and he built on that over the years. I mean, come on, we all watched No Way Home. What are we doing? Anyway, I really love what they did with the whole embracing Spider Gene and stuff like that, and him accepting himself to be Peter Parker and Spider-Man at the same time. That was amazing. That was cool. That was really, really cool. Good points for that. Now, the hospital scene was beautiful. Peter has suffered a lot, and he surely deserves a win. That whole part where everyone's screaming Spider-Man. I mean, of course, Frank was the one wearing the mask and doing, but that scene was actually cool. Seeing Peter smile, and it kind of reminded me of the part from Spider-Man from the OG Spider-Man 3, where Tobey Spider-Man on the roof when he was about to get the key to the city. He's like, "They love me." that shit was crazy. That was what I just remembered from the jump there. That was really cool. Peter really deserves a win, and I was really happy about that. Now, the ending of that movie was absolutely brain rot, brain dead. I mean, somehow Ned remembers the secret handshake that was erased from his memory. Like, how does that even make any sense? I don't know why they think this is cool. Oh, let's make everybody happy. Their friendship magically came back because ancient, powerful magic doesn't erase like, bro. It makes no sense. But anyway, overall, I'm gonna give Spider-Man a 5/10. Yeah, it's an average movie. Yeah, I'm sure y'all be surprised. Like, oh, wow, no. It's an average movie, guys. That I'm not gonna hold you. 5/10. Now, let me get back to what I was saying concerning superhero fatigue. Now, let's talk about rewatchability. Recently, after we watched Spider-Man Brand New Day, I decided that I wanted to binge watch the entire Spider-Man catalog from the beginning. And I did, and I found out something. In a few years, nobody's gonna want to rewatch Spider-Man Brand New Day. In fact, out of all of Tom Holland's movies, Spider-Man Brand New Day is the third best. The first best being Homecoming, second best being No Way Home, and the third best being Brand New Day. As much as it would be shocking to hear, that's actually true. Look, when a movie is exceptional, you can come back to that movie 5 years or 10 years later and watch the movie, and it will still be as amazing. That's what I experienced when I watched the original Toby movies, even the Andrew Garfield movies. They were amazing to rewatch, but I don't ever like. That's the problem with modern movies. Every movie in the last 5 years does not have rewatchability value. You cannot come back to that movie to rewatch it because it does not leave that level of impact in you. Which is why I come back to what I said concerning superhero fatigue. It exists. It is real. Superhero fatigue is real. And the reason why it exists is because the people doing these movies, the people making these movies, writing these scripts, they feel that they should make changes to things that do not need change. And then inherently fucking up the whole formula. That's actually what's going on. And it's been happening a whole lot. Like, and they don't listen to the opinions of their fans. When who are the fans of superhero movies? Needless to say, it's men, boys, male. The males are the general audience. Now, I'm not saying this to alienate the female audience. No, women actually watch superhero movies. My wife watches anime. She watches superhero movies. But guess what? She does not read comic books. She does not read manga. I mean, she reads manga, but it's a limit. She only goes for slice of life mangas, drama, and ecchi mangas. Would I go for that? Hell nah. If I'm not reading hentai, I'm reading some action. And that's really what it is. You're supposed to be catering to the guys. You're supposed to be catering to the homies, but you're not doing that. So how do you expect your movies to succeed? There's so many people to talk about these things over and over and over and over again, and it's a big misconception on the part of the movie producers. They're not self-aware. They're not aware of what their fans want, and they keep it. That's the reason why we're getting what we're getting. I'm not gonna lie. And if you think what I said is far fetched and I'm wrong, time will tell. I mean, time has already told. Like, come on, man. We've been seeing what's been going on. A lot of people have said this thing that I'm just saying now years before I'm saying it, and we're seeing the results. But if you still do not believe what I'm saying, wait for 2 years from now and go check out Spider-Man Brand New Day 2 years from now, and you will see what exactly I am talking about. Anyway, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're new here, welcome aboard. I really enjoy making videos for you guys. I really enjoy doing all this. Next stream is coming up tomorrow. Of course, I'll be streaming. Like I said, I'll be pumping up shorts too. I'm really going far in Dark Souls 2. And Frozen Eliam Lewis. Oh my god. Anyway, let me not just trauma dump on the DLC of Dark Souls 2 here because this video has to end now. And I'll see you guys on the flip flop. Peace.